So I'm going to start with creating a bill. So I use the big create bill button, and next to the selection here I have the ability to synchronize with the clinical system to get the current patient, search for a patient, or add a patient if they don't exist within my clinical system. So I'm simply going to synchronize the patient. So I've got a currently selected patient within EMIS Web I'm using here, and it's going to go and get that patient and create them an account within the billing system. What it's also done is to look at the consultation history for this patient, and if there are any mapped non-NHS services for this patient, then it will automatically map those to items within our price list. So for this patient, I can see that there was an event on the 10th of the 4th with this clinician for a sports participation. If I select this, this item, it will automatically then put a fitness to participate certificate onto my bill, include the price, and I can discount it if I wish. From within here, I can delete this if this isn't the item that I actually wanted to add, and I can use my price list. So here we have an add items button. Within the add items button, you have a predefined price list. So the person there that said they've got a defined price list, this is where you would have that, and you would be able to always go and always make sure you're charging the correct amount at all times. So I can search this price list to filter it down and simply select the item that I want from that price list to put it onto the bill. Within here, I can set who the practitioner was. The benefit of doing that is it does allow you to look at revenue by practitioner, so who's actually generating that revenue within the practice. On the right hand side, you then have an action button, and that allows you to define what you want to do next with this bill. So in this case, I'm going to post this bill and pay it. So that's going to take this bill, store it onto the system, and allow me to go and take a payment. Now you'll see here that it says that it's going to do a care record confirmation. That means it's going to write back into the care history within EMIS Web that this service has been billed for. That's completely configurable. You can either turn it on or off as a practice, or you can define it based on each individual service that you're billing for. So for instance, you might want to record that information for insurance-based services, but not for things like firearms. If I click on the OK here, it will just confirm, and it will write back to the care record. Just wait for that to complete, and I just get a confirmation there that the bill's been posted and it's been written to the care record. If I go into EMIS Web, I can see that the care record has been updated. If I refresh that care record, I can now see that a bill's been sent, the invoice, when it was sent, what it was for, and for how much. Here within my payment screen, again, the patient is automatically being selected. From here, I can see all outstanding bills for this patient. So if this patient has only part paid for a previous invoice or has managed to leave the practice without paying at all, then you will be able to see all outstanding bills, and you can extend those to see what they're for, and you can part pay or fully pay any of these different items. Simply select the payment method, cash, check, credit card. I'm going to select credit card in this case, and I'm going to generate a receipt for the patient. Again, it's going to go and check the medical systems available. And this is bringing up our integrated virtual terminal. So we work with a number of different providers for virtual terminal. That allows us to take a card payment from within the system. And I'm just going to update the expiry date on that one. Process my card payment. It's been approved. And again, I'm going to write back to the care record to say that this payment had been received, so it's just giving me a confirmation that I'm performing that activity. Okay, and that has now been posted successfully, and I'm then generated a receipt, and this receipt now you can either print out using an A4 printer, or alternatively you can email it using Outlook or whatever email application that you used out to the patient. If I go back to EMIS, I can refresh this, and now I can see on the care history that the bill was paid, what it was that was paid, when the payment was received, what it was for, and how much. So it's a good way of keeping the GPs informed of any billing activity without them needing to use the GP billing system if they prefer not to.